Let's go to CommSec. Tom Piotrowski live with the details on the markets today. How do we open up today, Tom?
Well, Pete, we're looking forward to a positive start, albeit a modest gain at the kickoff. The ASX 200 will be up by around 0.2%. So not a bad outcome under the circumstances. So just quickly, notwithstanding the grim nature of everything that's unfolding in the Middle East, it's important to gauge certain numbers in the market to see where sentiment is. The US dollar index is a good place to start. That tends to indicate safe haven flows, money gravitating towards the US dollar out of other jurisdictions, I suppose. And to that end, the US dollar index not vastly changed overnight. We've got the gold price only up a little bit, up by around 0.1% to 19.35 US an ounce. And under the circumstances, oil is quite well behaved as well, at trading at around $86.60 US a barrel. So that's just a high level investigation of what happened last night. US markets were extraordinarily volatile last night, Pete. We had some much stronger than expected retail sales numbers for the month of September, pointing to the prospect of more rate hikes in the US. Highlights the strength of the US employment market additionally as well. So a sharp sell-off in the early part of the session was then marked by a recovery late in the day, which now has the Dow just in positive territory. We've got the S&P 500 down by around 0.2% and the Nasdaq down by around 0.4%. A lot of corporate news to unpack last night. Bank earnings were a feature. Goldman Sachs down by almost 3% on the back of disappointing earnings. We had Bank of America, by contrast, up by more than 3% on far better earnings. Chip makers were in focus last night. The Commerce Department in the US has placed curbs on the chips that can be sold to China, and that saw Nvidia shares sell off aggressively during the session. They were down by as much as 5%. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, a benchmark for what's happening with chip makers, that measure was down by more than 3% at one stage before recovering a little bit. It's down by about 1%. So a lot going on, Pete. And today, to cap it off, we've got economic news out of China, which will be quite important. And we've got Michelle Bullock, the new RBA governor, participating in a panel discussion. So Ms. Bullock's words will be closely analysed by the markets.
Tom, thank you.